Hello everyone! How are you doing? My name is Vanelin, Creative Director and CEO of Beast Burst Entertainment. And it is a huge honor to be with all of you tonight to discuss all of the important topics regarding Scars of Honor. Because, you know it, we are living in very interesting MMORPG times, if we can call it that way. Chat is flooding, you are hyped, I am hyped, and it is time to start discussions. Discussions about what Scars of Honor will truly be like. It is a huge honor to discuss plenty of different stuff around Scars of Honor, and I will go directly into the questions without making you wait any longer. So let me just go in here and start directly from Discord. So everything that you have, drop it in the chat here in Twitch or YouTube, doesn't matter, and then we'll go and discuss everything regarding Scars of Honor. So, for those of you who are new here, I said it, my name is Vanelin Vasiliev, Creative Director and CEO of Beast Burst Entertainment. Let me explain a little bit what Scars of Honor is really, and then we'll go into the questions themselves. Guys, Scars of Honor will be free-to-play game that will be accessible primarily on PC. It is very important because I see these different notions in community. What Scars of Honor will be like? Is it gonna be a PC game or a mobile game? Scars of Honor will be PC game. Mobile will come later down the road. We are not making a game that is going to be fitted from mobile to PC. We are making a PC game. Later down the road, there will be a port to mobile. So with that question out of the way, let's discuss the next most important topic, or one of the most important topics. What is actually combat in... How does it feel, combat in Scars of Honor? Is it top target or action based? Here, there is for the old followers of Scars of Honor, the people that played the build of 2024, we had a very prominent hybrid system, especially seen on the Paladin class. We used to call it Knight back then, but it's Paladin. We learn from our mistakes, and it is one of those. So, guys, Scars of Honor will be 100% top target game. We will have skill shots. We will have... let me just go in YouTube. Guys, I'm opening MMORPG Reddit and see what I'm seeing like on top. See, guys, what I'm seeing on top. I'm just randomly opening Reddit and see what I'm seeing. Hi, Spoiler King. Hello, everyone. So let me go and find some footage for those of you who are new to look at some of... Here is the recap. Let me just go like that, maybe. So we can go to where we have a little bit more of a... by the way, guys, this is a in-cut cinematic. This, what you see here, is a cinematic, so don't get mistaken. This is also a cinematic that the team did. So this is, again, in-game footage from like what we have as models, as arena, etc. But this is... let me find where it is a real game. This is, again, cinematic that we have built inside. Here is the actual combat footage. That is from the game. Guys, one thing very important. One thing very important. For us, if we have to pick one system that needs to be spot on, that is the core of the game, this is the combat system. And I see a lot of you here in Discord commenting on top target versus action based. So I will put a poll, and I would really love to see your votes. So just 1 second, I'm making a poll. 1 second. And I really want to hear your opinion, and I want to see your votes. What combat style do you prefer? Top target, action based, hybrid does not matter. Game should be fun. Game, no, I cannot make it that long. Okay, guys. Poll is up. Poll is up. I really wanna hear you. This is why I am going every Sunday, or at least I'm trying every Sunday to go here on stream to be with you guys, to get your opinion, your feedback on all of the systems that we are building. Because as I said it in an interview with Roar, by the way, kudos to Roar, very good interview. It was a pleasure doing that. We are making game for you. We are not making game for me, for Roar, for whomever it is. We are making game for you guys. And numbers is what is important. Why I say numbers? Because poll is numbers. I can clearly see your feedback with a clear vote. So currently, I'm seeing a very huge win with hybrid, which is the actual current state of the top target plus action-based combat that we have inside Scars of Honor. Very important is balance in classic PvP and PvM, PvE probably, plus two different equal builds for PvE and PvP. Okay. In my opinion, the kind of combat style doesn't matter much itself. It needs to be good, feel good, and most importantly, it has to work properly. I 100% agree, guys. I 100% agree with what you are saying. I would just add one more thing. Add one more thing. For me personally, the combat when you are inside the game and when you are playing it, it needs to be snappy. It needs to be super responsive. It doesn't need to be sluggish in moving the character, in casting, etc. It needs to be fast. It needs to be fast. So looking here at what you see on the screen that I'm showcasing right now is a video that we have recently uploaded. Guys, one thing, combat feels good at the moment. Are we happy with it? 100%. We are happy and it's 100% not complaint. Why? Because there is still a lot which we need to do, especially in character animation. This is the place where I'm currently focused in, and I'm asking the team constantly, hey, let's sit down, let's understand how we can improve animations, how we can make sure that while you are attacking at place and when you are attacking while moving, the character feels correct. This is the current state that we are really focused in. I want to tell you something, says Blackstar. The players most of the times don't know what they want. The people working on the game most likely have better vision on what can work and what will not. I agree, but I agree to an extent. I'm always a person that believes in balance. And when I say balance, I'll explain what I mean with this. I don't believe, guys, that we should get everything that the most vocal part of the community says, but I also don't believe that we should not go there and reach our community and be with the community and get information and feedback from that. So I believe it's somewhere in the middle. And as I said it in the beginning of the stream, one thing tells the whole story, and that is numbers. Currently, guys, you can see it probably even yourself, hybrid is like 60%. Then we have top target and very few for action based. So this is the meaningful information that I can get here with you guys. This is the meaningful information that I'm getting here. I agree with character animation. I left Rift because I didn't like their animations. There is a lot of things, guys. There are a lot of things that can get you out of the game. But first thing, and this is what I'm saying always to the team, when we are developing a system, when we are choosing, okay, let's invest time in building, let's say gathering, crafting, or combat talent system, dungeons, etc. How much of time we spent as a development studio in making that feature, and how much time the players will spend playing that game, that feature. So when these two are well aligned, then we are in the perfect balance. And saying this, let's go over the first batch of questions that I had before the stream, and then I will go here in Twitch and I will read all of your questions, guys. What are hardcore realms about? One life, only similar to WoW hardcore? Okay, amazing question. Let me just put the big showcase at the back. Was it in live? Let me just check. Here. Okay, let's put that to go at the background, and we will discuss it. 1 second. Okay. So, hardcore realms in Scars of Honor. I had this discussion with the elite game design. How can we make hardcore realms in Scars of Honor and what they should truly be like? First thing that we can definitely do is take inspirations from other games. What other games are having hardcore realms? World of Warcraft. Should we do it one-to-one like they did it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, guys. Why? Because simply if you wanted to play World of Warcraft, you go and you play World of Warcraft. Why would you come here to a new game? You need a new experience. This is why we're all united behind the idea of having new experience. So, what hardcore servers will be in Scars of Honor? First, we are exploring two options, and here I really want to hear your opinion, guys. I really want to hear your opinion. Do you prefer, like, you die, that's it, you cannot touch your characters, this is the standard way of hardcore, or something that we are thinking to explore as an idea currently? You die, you need to get some penalty. You have a let's say, how do you call it? Like a slot wiggling around to pick a specific item from your inventory that you lose. So you're not losing your life of the character, but you're using an equipment. You're using also an experience. So this puts you back in time. Let's say 20 or 30%, we'll see where is the sweet spot. So this is not true hardcore in the meaning of like you're dead, the character is done. But here I think the very important feeling that people will get is the nerves that, oh my god, which item I'm going to lose right now. I played so much to get this blue sword and right now I can lose it. Like this is one idea that we have, and let me hear what do you guys say in the chat. Do you like it when in PvE when you die you go into normal realm? You can do that, but is it a good enough? Like I really want to hear more of that. When we're all excited the game, I guess. Loot drop is amazing. Yes, loot drop. So should we do it that way, guys? I think we can definitely do like ultra hardcore, which is the old you die and your whole character is gone. We can definitely do that realm, but loot drop for me would be super cool, but not like full loot, not like full loot, like you're just dead and you lose all of your loot in that hardcore realm. No, I think it should be like a roller coaster that is like a roulette that is spinning, and you see where it stops on which exact item will be like boom, destroyed. I don't want to lose anything. If you don't want to lose anything, perfectly fine. You don't play on the hardcore realms, you go and you play on normal realm. There you don't lose anything. But guys, I really want to hear your opinion on the roulette of losing items in the hardcore realms. What do you think about this? Let me just go like that a little bit and try to read. 1 second. Apogea. Okay. As you die, lose 10% of your total experience, so dying higher levels punishes you hard. You can also lose an entire level, which can mean losing a day or two grinding. I love it. Sounds nice. Okay, I like it. I like loss of XP, but not against gear. Okay, guys, I really want to hear your opinion. Do you... Let's put a vote on this. Oh my god. No XP loss. So, guys... For those who doesn't want to lose anything, you definitely will not lose anything. You just play normal realm and then you die. You don't lose absolutely nothing. Here, currently, we are discussing hardcore realms. And I don't like the super hardcore where you die and your character is gone. I want to do a little bit of a more approachable version in Scars of Honor where a roulette will spin and one item will be gone. I think this is more approachable way. And maybe including experience loss or no. Let me put a poll on this as well, so I can definitely get your feedback, because currently chat is booming and I'm super happy, but I am the worst streamer ever, so I cannot read like all of your feedback. So in hardcore realms, what should be the penalty? Permanent character loss, roulette, oh, 1 second, roulette, yeah, roulette to lose a item, XP and item, only XP. Okay guys, please go ahead and cast your votes on this, because it's important. I really wanna hear what do you guys think about it. 1 second. From the last poll, let's first conclude the last poll. What combat style do you prefer? You guys unanimously voted on hybrid, which makes me absolutely perfectly happy with what we have at the moment, because this is what we have inside Scars of Honor as it is right now. Now, I really want to hear your opinion on what should be the hardcore realm. And I don't know, guys. I think at some point I'm starting to believe we are just like a made-up community, because what I'm thinking, you guys are supporting, and this makes me this makes me question what's happening. So I'm super happy with that. Okay, XP and items, yeah, I'm always putting myself on the position when we're designing a system to ask myself, what would I wanna be playing? Like, would that be cool if I'm the player and I'm playing this? Would I be like happy with what is happening, like on the screen or with the system? Would it make me happy? And I believe that I played it previously on here on stream. I played WoW Hardcore, and I was like, it's really good streaming material. So hardcore servers, they also have their use case with streamers. Like if I'm playing right now and I'm about to lose something, you guys are going to be super hyped on the stream itself. You're going to enjoy what is happening. So hardcore streams, they have their own purpose, but they are not type of realms that you can give like completely for everyone. Because there are plenty of people that just want to play chill, and they want to play without losing anything, without having any kind of pressure, and that's perfectly understandable. That's probably like 90% of the player base, and we should do that. But on the other 10%, when fun can be to the extreme, I'm all in, guys. Like, we should definitely do that. But losing the character, yes, maybe we can do this in the ultra hardcore for who is interested in that, but let me see the votes. Character loss is 24%, while XP and item is 65%, guys. It's 65%. Now, tell me, if this is not the way to develop features and systems going forward, what should it be? Can you play hardcore character in the normal realm? No, you would go on a separate realm where you would start a brand new character and you would play it there. Be careful about diluting servers too much. That's a very valid thing that we should consider. But I don't think we will dilute that much. First, we need to see like how much of people would want to participate in this. One other thing, because for those of you who have not watched the interview that I made with Roar, it is important to be said. We are aiming, especially at start, to have around 10,000 people supported in one room. What does that mean? 10,000 active players concurrent in one single point of time should be able to stay and play actively without any kind of lags, without any kind of issues in Scars of Honor. Why? Because, as I said it in the interview and I'll repeat it here, we have developed our own server proprietary engine, which allows us to go ultra optimized on performance. And this is also the next big thing, which leads to we are paying absolutely zero for concurrent users. Therefore, we can allow ourselves to go in free-to-play mode. So let's go with the other question, because I think we already covered the question for hardcore. 1 second. So, is there gonna be a guild strongholds and some kind of caravans, or just mounts that can hold materials? They are both stated in Kickstarter page back in the day. Yes, great question. So guys, it is important to say one thing clear. I'm not here to promise you the world. I'm not here to say Scars of Honor, when it's released, it's gonna be the next big MMORPG. Nobody is better than us. We are the last hope of the genre. No. No, guys. Scars of Honor, currently my biggest focus is to give you realistic expectations. I don't want to overhype anyone. I want to be realistic. Huge Strongholds is definitely something that will take a lot of development time from us. And I don't want to spread the team too thin. I want to pick what are the most important and core systems of the game and focus on those. Let me explain which are those. Combat, number one. Nothing is more important than combat as a system. Character customizations, talents, and scars. These are very important systems. We have had a huge inspiration from Path of Exile. And by the way, Grinding Gear Games is one gaming studio that I'm really like a big fan of, and how they approach community and how they make the game and how they run the studio. I'm like 100% behind them, and very early Blizzard. I really like those. So then we go into dungeons. Dungeons are super important. Why we decided to go with the procedural approach that we have chosen so far? Very simple. If we go theme park and we create a dungeon, let's say Dead Mines or something like that, guys, we at that specific moment when we said we are going to make this, we have lost the battle. Why? Can you guys tell me why, if we went that way, we have lost the battle immediately? I'll tell you. Because World of Warcraft exists for 20 years, guys. It exists for 20 years. We cannot realistically make the amount of dungeons that World of Warcraft have on the release so that we can keep you occupied and engage with the system. So here the solution was absolutely obvious. We need to do something different, guys. We need to do something different. So we decided to create procedural dungeons where every time you enter the game, layout is different. Boss encounter is different. Enemies in the rooms are different. Prizes are different. Modifiers when you choose a path together with the team is different. And what was several things we wanted to achieve? First, how do we make people interact and actually make them feel like they are part of a community, of a breeding world, I'm having experience with other people online. Make them have decisions. And what is the first decision that you make when you go to the dungeon? Which part we go? We go left, we go right, or we go middle? We need to sit down and at least chat. Because I really hate in World of Warcraft the situation where we go inside the dungeon and I never type a word. I never type a word. Like, I completed the whole dungeon and I just say bye, or I don't even say that. So we want to make you go in discussions like, do we go left? Do we go right? Do we go here? And we go there, and we all unanimously stay in that position to vote for, okay, that's the path that we go. Okay, we have probably tried to solve communication. We'll see if we solve it when we release the game or on the demo. Second, how do we make sure that you want to go again and again and again. We need to give you a replayability. Replayability is absolutely king, guys. Replayability is king. If we can make you, okay, we did a good run right now, but we need to try again because new items can drop, new stats I can obtain, etc. You will want to go again and again and again there. So, dungeons, I already explained. Then we have PvP, which is my favorite topic. Like, I super like PvP. I'm a player that goes and, like, I was obsessed with Arena when it came out in World of Warcraft. I really like that. Arena for me is like my bread and butter and Battlegrounds. So, one thing that I didn't like in Battlegrounds in World of Warcraft and how we changed that. In Scars of Honor, when you go to Morning Pass, this is our battleground. When you go to the battleground, you're given a set of gear. Why we do this, guys? Why we do this? Because I really hate the situation where I have not played the game for 2 weeks or 1 month, and the moment when I go in the battleground, it's like I feel like I'm a dummy. Everybody is like hitting on me, and there is nothing I can do. There is absolutely nothing I can do. And there is no way for me to get that gear in an easy way that I can at least be competitive. So, in Scars of Honor, you get that gear. You fight in the dungeon, in the battleground, and while you are fighting, there are chests, there are loot that you can get from other people when you kill them inside the battleground, but that loot is not your progression gear. This is not something that you have obtained from dungeons or from leveling, or you find it in the open world. This is given to you at the beginning of the battleground. So when you lose it, you're losing a little bit of a progression. It's like, I hate that I lost that, but it's a very cool feeling, guys. For those of you who have not played Morning Pass, I'm telling you, it's an extreme fun. It's an extreme fun. So I can come like 1 month later and I'll jump in Morning Pass and I'll still have fun, guys. I'll still have fun. Then we have the other way of Battleground. For those of you who are like, I have my ultimate gear, let's go there and see who is stronger than me, etc. This is where you don't lose any of your gear. You go there just to prove that you are stronger than the rest. This is the so-called progression battleground, which is the same mode of the battleground without providing you the gear at the beginning and without losing any gear when you die. So progression-based battlegrounds and skill-based battlegrounds. This is what we have. Then we go to the next part of the PvP section. Arena. What is Arena, guys? What is Arena in Scars of Honor? As I said it, I loved Arena in World of Warcraft, but what can we do to make it different? How can we take that system and put a twist on it? Put our flavor on what we believe Arena should be. In Scars of Honor, you can go 1 versus 1. So let's start from there. Why? Because you have a ranking for who is the damn best warrior. Who is the damn best warrior who fights only against other warriors and proves that I am the best warrior. And guys, I will prove you I'm the best warrior. I will prove you I'm the best warrior. I want to hear you in the chat. Who is the best necromancer? Who is the best pirate? I really want to see who would want to claim the spot being the best in that. Then you have the other modes where you go in group with a team, but you can do another twist on this. We can do another twist. Currently in Scars of Honor, you can definitely play one team against the other, 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 2, 3 versus 3. But we have an additional mode, 3 versus 3 versus 3, or 2 versus 2 versus 2. 3 teams are fighting, and only the last standing survives. Who survives wins the game. So this is yet again another mode of PvP, which we are going to see by numbers how many of you guys have actually played that and how many enjoyed it. And when we see where you are like spending most of your time and what you're not paying that much of attention, we know where we need to develop, where we need to provide more content. Like if we see you're super enjoying battleground and you're super enjoying dungeons, we need to make you new rooms. We need to make you new dungeon, new battleground to keep you engaged. We need to provide you new abilities, new classes, etc. And to go back to the question, because I went fully like the long route to explain guild strongholds and caravans. Guild strongholds and caravans will not be part of version 1.0 of Scars of Honor, and it is important, guys, to tell you this, to have realistic expectations where our current focus currently is and why we are not spreading so thin in so many systems and then having nothing, guys. I would definitely all day, every day, and in Sunday twice, I will buy 5 systems, but polished and good and fun systems. I would do this all day, every day, guys. Then, the moment when we say, okay, we are super happy with these 5 core systems of the game, which are, we know they are fun, we know the community likes them, this is the moment when we sit down and discuss, guys, we're here on stream, what do you think would be super cool feature to be added inside Scars of Honor as a next thing? And please, guys, don't tell me housing. Don't tell me housing. You know to what I'm referring to, but don't tell me housing, you know. At least this is how I see it. For me, we need to go back to the roots of what made MMORPGs fun, guys. Let me just go 1 second again and continue. So guild strongholds is discussed. Mount breeding system, what is gonna be like. So mount breeding system is the other system that we scraped, guys. This is the other system that we scraped, and for the exact same reason, guys. For the exact same reason, because mount breeding is definitely something fun that we can bring with, let's say, patch 1.3, because we have started the root development of that system. I will spoil you. Now you see why I am called Spoiler King. Now you see why. I'll tell you something from behind the scenes of Scars of Honor. Last year, we worked intensively on how we incorporate mounts inside the combat. How every class can have several abilities that are attached to their war mounts. What I mean by this? For example, the Paladin has the Cavalier spell that jumps him on a mount and charges with a spear towards the target. That was the plan for mounts. We never wanted mounts to be just a system that takes you from point A to point B. Did they have inventory? Absolutely, they had inventory. This is a system that is already developed and it's inside the game. The inventory system for the mounts and the abilities, your mounts can cast spells in Scars of Honor. This is what was developed. Is it gonna be available on version 1.0? Unfortunately not, guys. Why? Because this is not a top system, and right now we need to kind of focus the hype on what is important, guys. What are the systems that we deliver in the correct way? So the moment when we have this and we see that we are having a stable game, everything runs well, people are happy, then for us it's super easy to get that system and, let's say, patch 1.2, war mounts. War mounts, and you'll be like, oh my god, that's a new thing, let's go in, let's go in. This is the plan how I want to run this studio. I don't want to put everything at the beginning so that we are spread so thin that we cannot develop anything. I want to give you very cool and new systems, new classes, new features as we go along, Yo, Armegon, nice that you have this many viewers. I'm super happy. Similar to War Quos in Guild Wars 2. It's kind of similar. Yes, it's kind of similar. Okay, so guys, it is time for all of your questions. Go there, spam it in Twitch. I will just go and see if I have not missed anyone else in our Discord who have said a question that I have not answered. I think that covered a lot. Let me just see, because oh my god, it's a lot. It is a lot. So 1 second. Okay. So let's go in Reddit. Guys, I'm opening up Reddit and see, guys, what I'm seeing. I will now be trying Scars of Honor. and somebody just placed the pirate. You son of a bitch, I'm in. So let's go in and see what people are saying. This is like a new thing. Was skimming their website out of curiosity, saw that they had assassin as a class, and I said, damn, no role like I would enjoy. To myself, when I saw this, okay, pirate. This isn't an ad. I'm not saying you should try it out. I'm just excitedly, okay, about dedicated pirate swashbuckler class, especially with the pistol or some ranged options. Feels like they could have just said there after me specifically. Let me tell you guys, let me tell you about pirate in general. Why we decided to go with pirate. First, I think this is an unexported, uncharted territory when it comes to MMORPGs. Like pirates, when you think about it, they're so rich, guys. Pirates are so rich in war. Like, think just for a moment, think about what kind of a cosplay can you do. Like, this is a easy win. This is easy win of a class. I don't need to explain pirates to nobody. Like, you definitely know what are they, and they are such a funny characters. They're so funny characters that you can definitely like get use of and put it inside the game. And the question is it gonna be fun? Absolutely. Which is the next class that I was really looking forward, and I was like, the moment when we were discussing classes, I was, okay guys, let's just see for a moment, which are the classes that have not been touched that much in MMORPGs. Guys, can you tell me the other class that we have in our list and it was not seen previously in MMORPGs? Can you tell me this? It's not Ninja. Ninja is like Rogue. You have that. What is the other class in Scars of Honor that we are bringing in, but it was never touched in other MMORPGs? I mean, main MMORPGs. Necro. Exactly, guys. Necromancer, for me, this was like definitely must be in. This was definitely must be in, guys. SpongeBob, yeah, SpongeBob is another class that was that was not touched. Yeah, I agree. So for me, when it comes to Necromancer, I'm like, I'm starting to think right away, guys, for Sauron. Like, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, by the way. You can probably, okay, you can see it over here. Like, this is a statue of the ring. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. And guys, necromancers and their abilities to rise skeletons and armies of dead. And like, this brings me right away into immersion. For me, you need to, whatever class you pick, you need to be able to immerse it in that. It needs to tell you a story. So, sounds cool, but there will be enough playstyle variety within the class. And also, what do devs say about their open world? I think it's starting to get. I'm starting to get interested. Yes, another topic, guys, which we have not covered here in this stream: open world. Guys, I said I already shared with you the most important systems that I believe needs to be inside MMORPG, and yet I forget about open world. For me, MMORPG cannot exist without open world, and I will tell you why. Open world is the place where I expect people to socialize the most. For me, open world is another place where you go and you do exploration. Guys, there is a definitive player base that are just explorers. If you don't give them that, you basically give them nothing. Another reason why open world is so important in MMORPG. You will go in dungeons, you will go in raids, you will go in battlegrounds, in arenas, in all of those. You need to have some time, some place to unwind. What I really love doing in MMORPGs, and you guys will tell me your best open world experience. I will tell you mine and I will read yours. For me, the best thing that I was able to do in open world is sit down in front of Stormwind, let's say, make a campfire, sit down with my friends and just chat about, crack jokes, do whatever we like, wait for the fifth player to join so we can go on dungeon. But for me, that was really cool times. Guys, I even remember the times when I used to walk in inside the game just to see, I'm tired. I don't want to play right now today, and I'm tired. I'm going inside the game to just sit down in front of the campfire and just chat with others. Guys, have we lost that? Do you guys believe we lost that? Did we lost it in general as a genre? Do you believe we can still achieve that? Do you believe we should be inside MMORPG just to go there and chase after the daily quests, after the best gear? Like, are we always on a competition, guys? Am I the only one who seeks the unwinding moment in MMORPGs? You lost it. You guys say you're all sure we lost it. I think we should fight to get it back. Do you believe it's possible to get it back? Is my question. Is my next question. Can we even get that back? Being able to see regulars on your server while running around is huge. Exactly. Another thing. We had this discussion, I think, with Roar on the interview. He was asking me, are we gonna make an instancing system like nodes and shards, etc.? And as I was explaining realms in Scars of Honor, how they will work, it was very close to how old World of Warcraft system was designed back then. Why? Because back then, I remember one thing that I think it's currently lost in MMORPGs. Guys, tell me if I'm the only one. Do you guys remember the times when you were able to remember the name of other characters? Of that rogue that helped you, of that warlock that you were too low level and he invited you in party and made dead mines for you, or something like that. Don't you remember that feeling to recognize people inside the game was like gold, guys? For me, it was gold. Player agency is crucial. Do you believe that for those of you who joined the genre recently, guys, do you think have you seen that recently? That's my question. It is necessary when you find a game that you stand with years and years and you end up utilizing all content, including rewaxing, rewaxing parts. This is such a huge emphasis on attention grabbing that I feel like most of the casual aspects are lost out on grinding, X achievement. Remember just having guild meetings, Ultima Online. Man, I'm here, I'm speaking with an OG MMORPG veteran and enjoying watching overheat text float. Exactly, guys, exactly. So this is why I don't believe you can create in 2026 a game that just focuses on dungeons, raids, or whatever it is, instance activity. It just doesn't work for me. Maybe I'm too old-fashioned. Maybe, but when I'm seeing my chat popping up and I'm seeing how community grows and grows and grows, I am confident I'm not the only one. I'm confident I'm not the only one. New World had that feeling, Armegon. Nice. By the way, from all of the recent MMORPGs, I'm honest, guys. I'm completely honest. I really was hyped after New World. New World had that. It had some special thing in it. It had something that sparked my curiosity, and what I really enjoyed inside New World was not the combat. It was the gathering. And I was like, why do I like this? And then I realized the sole reason why I liked gathering was because it was giving me that relaxing moment. I'm there, I'm just doing something, and it was giving me that relaxing moment. And speaking about gathering, here I want to go in another discussion with you guys. Why we decided to have mini games inside Scars of Honor? First reason, I personally have been bored to that, and I kinda felt gathering, especially in World of Warcraft, as a chore, because you just go there, you press E or F or right click or whatever it is, and the whole event starts. You see it in one wording bar, and that's it. But in Scars of Honor, guys, the biggest controversy, the biggest polarization between opinions of a system is definitely gathering. And I will put a poll, so I want to hear your vote. I would listen carefully. But before I do that, I want to explain why we did it in first place. So first reason is we want to keep you engaged. We want to keep you engaged with what is happening on the screen rather than just watching on wording bar. Second and most important is Scars of Honor, as you know very well, will be free to play game. It will be free to play game, and therefore the opportunity for bots is immense. Bots will be flooding us and they will destroy the economy if we do nothing against it. So we sit down with the lead game designer and we said, okay, we have several issues that we need to solve. First, we need to make it more interactive. Second, we need to somehow get these bots away and make sure that they don't destroy our economy, because if they do that, we are having a major issue. And we are not profiting from bots just buying more accounts and more accounts so that our bank account gets bigger. So it's definitely a no-go. Definitely a no-go. And I'm completely open here with you guys. So mini games are also a way to prevent bots, guys. Mini games is a way to prevent bots in Scars of Honor, because this is ever shifting and it needs your attention. Now I will put a poll. To see your opinion on mini games, and I really want to hear what you guys are going to write in chat. Do you support mini games? Yes, they are fun. Yes, they stop bots and they stop bots. They're fun. Yes, they stop bots. No, I find them chore, let's say. Okay, I think this is enough, but I would read all of your comments. I would try to read all of your comments on this, and let's see. Minigames that will not make it hard to relax, like you said. Wait 1 second. Best system for bots is open world PvP. That's enough security. Yeah, guys, but you cannot rely on this. Like, if I create an open world PvP, then we're going into another problem. Like, one of the things that I really hated, and this is something that I wanna do in Scars of Honor, because the moment when I said it yesterday in the interview with Roar, the moment when I was like level 12 paladin in World of Warcraft, and I'm in like what was it, Westfall, I believe, and you hear the poof sound, and there is, you know that the rogue is behind. You know the rogue is behind, and you know what is going to happen. You know what is going to happen, and then boom, out of nowhere, the level 60 undead rogue destroys me with one shot, and I'm like, okay, why you game designers decided that I would enjoy someone coming here and exploiting the fact that he is level 60, I'm level 12, and just nuke me out without having any ability to stand against him. My only hope in that moment is open up the chat and just write that there is a level 60 undead, and hopefully someone will come save me. That was the best thing. So in Scars of Honor, I really think we should do an opinion, an option to put opt-in open world PvP. And when you're WoW level, you should guard yourself from this. So this is why I believe mini games are essential. What is your plan to stop gold sellers and item account sellers? Found it G2G. So they're definitely gonna try. But if we put these mini games and they prove to be good enough to prevent them from like obtaining materials, etc., they will have a very hard time to sell any gold. So this is the first line that we want to do. Please, to counter bots, create an appropriate report function to have an active GMs in game. It will apply. This is definitely, I think that it's like understandable to have. 100% we need to have these guys, but this alone I don't think will be enough, because what? It's a free-to-play game. You ban him, he just goes, opens up another account, which they can even automate, and he's inside the game. So this alone will not be helpful. Seeing someone take a note, being able to kill them for it. Let me just snooze that ad for a moment, because we're having a heated discussion. Create a penalty for PvP or WoW level, it's open world. Even if we create that penalty, there are people that will exploit it. So I'm more thinking of the position of that low level character that needs to be protected, guys. This is what I believe needs to happen. Hi, I have a question. Will there be an action camera in the game? No action camera. Will stats on gear be randomized or fixed per piece? Absolutely on the spot question. Absolutely on the spot question, because I think we have not covered that. Every item you obtain in Scars of Honor has a pool of stats. Which will be rolled out, and you will receive an item with two items that have the same name, that they have the same ID, can have two complete item stats. This is why replayability will be long. This is basically the formula of Path of Exile, guys. I know that you guys have played Path of Exile, and this is a system that we have seen from Path of Exile when we are paying a close attention to items inside Scars of Honor. We are paying a close attention in items in Scars of Honor because we don't want to be in a position where you know that you have all best of the best. Just think for a second. You are like very well geared. You're very well geared. And somebody, you think there is no chance that somebody will have stronger sword than me, a bigger sword than me. And then you see somebody just linking in the chat that see what he have taken from tier 12 of Crypt of the Fallen. And you're like, oh my god, now I need to gather up party and I need to go there and I need to play this damn dungeon until I get this. So the design in general in Scars of Honor is driven towards achievements, and achievements needs to be hard, guys. You need to have a lot of investment in time and desire to get things, so that the moment when you get them, guys, you have that special feeling, which I believe is the next thing that was lost in current ages of MMORPGs. So, concluding the previous poll, which we discussed, hardcore realms should be a penalty. You unanimously voted again, 64%, that you guys are up for an idea where we're losing experience and item upon that. So this is already very good. Now we are again having on the next poll, do you guys support minigames? 62% are voting yes, they are fun, and 31% are in for the system because it stops bots. Just 6% don't agree with this. So I really don't know how this is happening. But me personally, from what I see you guys writing, I feel like it's like 50-50. So this is why these weekend streams for me are important, because I can jump in, put a poll, have you guys share your thoughts and get a really good grasp. This allows me to make better and more navigated decisions. I don't need to have to make a huge events every Sunday. It is just enough for me that I come here, I give you reports, what is happening, like where we at, what is the current focus. I keep the hype at reasonable levels. I don't want to go overhyped. We have seen examples of other previous MMORPGs, guys. We have seen examples of other MMORPGs that were like overhyped, oversold, and this is negative. This is negative for any project, guys. We need to be careful with that. But isn't that extreme? Open world PvP makes you use social features more. Someone kills you, you gather a team, take that guy. That's how it worked in Lineage too. Cool. If you like that, you just opt in. You say, okay, I'm in for that. But you should have the ability to decide, do you want to participate in that or no? But for a person that doesn't want to be participating in that, to be forced, like, don't you agree with me, guys? It's not great. Like, me personally, if I'm level 12 and I'm currently just unwinding from the day and I don't want to be bothered, then I just opt in, and at that moment, I just want to don't be bothered with anything than my leveling. Bots are advanced enough to play a quest. Wait. Oh my god, my chat is flooding and I'm such a noob streamer. I cannot... How can I just get one question and just... Okay, maybe I can... Oh, I can pin? No. How can I pick one specific and just read that, maybe? Okay. Armegon, I think minigames should reward you for better stuff like in No Rest for the Wicked. I have not played No Rest for the Wicked, but I'm hearing amazing stuff about that game, guys. I'm hearing amazing stuff about that game. I think there is a lot of people that enjoy action mode much more these days. By the vote, previously in the stream, I think they were like the minority, guys. I think they were the minority, just based on your votes, not on my decision, on your votes. Armegon, science games looks like very advanced in terms of development. Could you tell us... Could you tell us what are the features you're working on right now? New classes, races, world development. Okay. So currently, as we state today, you guys have previously seen, this is what I was discussing with the team. Please never ever record a footage from the Unity editor so that you have the server running locally, you have Unity editor, and you're trying to record on the same machine, and then it appears with 24 FPS, and people are saying, oh my god, that game runs with 24 FPS. First, we had issues. I'm not hiding here, guys. I'm not here to hide anything. We had issues with optimization, with FPS. That thing was solved. Currently, I'm running in the open world with 200 FPS. I'm running with 200 FPS. So that thing was solved. That was our most important priority beginning of 2026. And I said it clearly, team can confirm it. The first working week when we had 2026, I gathered the team and I said, look guys, we need to focus on one thing. And that's performance. Nobody will play the game. Nobody will care how fun your dungeon, raid, arena, classes, whatever it is, are, if their game is running with 30 FPS. Nobody, absolutely nobody will play it. So I'm super happy to announce, and this is one thing that is already behind us, we have achieved 200 FPS in open world. In open world on a debug build. If we do a release, it will definitely be a better one. So priority number one already achieved. Now what we are currently working as of today, as of this week, is bringing Morning Pass to the new updated version of the game and checking out dungeons. Currently, we want to confirm that with the new... Why I'm saying Morning Pass? Because this is a comparison between our current build and the old build. In Morning Pass, we can test how the game plays, like how the classes feel, their spells, their balance, etc. And we need to do that in order to understand the balance of the characters themselves and the new playstyle. It's not a new playstyle, but the new abilities that we have incorporated inside the game. Second most important thing that we are working as we speak is dungeons. We want to understand how much of a time it takes to complete the dungeon, what makes it fun, what needs to be tweaked, where things needs to be changed. And I'm going to tell you what are the bad findings that we find, guys, because I want to do a completely opposite way of running this community and sharing information with the community rather than everything is glowing, everything is amazing. It's not the case. We are an active development studio. We are fighting problems all the times, and I'm happy that we are solving most of them, if not all of them. But we had a situation where currently we didn't have that great UX information inside the dungeon. You go inside the dungeon, you die, and like on the 5th die, you're taken out. without notification. And I was like, okay, but I don't know what is happening. So we need to make sure that everything that is happening inside the dungeon is well informing the player what is happening and what will happen if they don't act. Another thing that we removed completely was the moment when somebody finds the way in the dungeon, because every time they are different, and somebody finds the way in the dungeon, goes to where the actual fight with the boss starts, the moment when he engages with that, I'm in another corridor, I'm moving in another corridor, and I'm boom, teleported there. And I'm like, what? What happened? This is definitely a thing I don't like. This is definitely a thing that I don't like. This was taking control out of me, and we removed it. We removed it because game designers, we were discussing back then, yeah, but that way we unite all these people at that one same place so they can attack. And I'm like, no, you don't do that. You don't do it that way. You need to let these people discuss and start the event themselves. Let's find a way to do that rather than taking control out of the player and forcing it, go there, do this. This is also ruining the experience of exploration. For me personally, when I'm currently inside the dungeon and every time it's different, I'm like, let's go see what's here. Let's go open up that road because there is hidden treasure rooms, guys. There are hidden treasure rooms, and I'm like, I want to go everywhere. And if I find something, I will write to the rest of the group, come here. So this is the current thing that we are working on. And on the character side, we are bringing in Baron. We're bringing Baron and Grontar, guys. We're bringing Baron and Grontar. I already shared some of those pictures with you in the Discord. So for those of you who pays more attention, you guys can see it. But yeah, this is the current thing on which the studio is actively working at the moment. Open world as well. Next thing that we're going to fight is quests. We need to create a better tool for the quest team so that they can create easily more content for you guys. And yeah, will mobs in these dungeons also scale with the character levels? Absolutely. Armegon, gathering minigames, I suppose one thing could be removing. I need to be doing minigames once your skill is high enough. No, one thing that probably I didn't mention, guys. One thing that I probably didn't mention is the fact that gathering and crafting are also skill-based. So you're having a progression that you're building up. And a specific minigame, a specific ore can be harder for you if you don't have the skill. The moment when you have enough of skill, it becomes easier. So this is also tied to your progression. To crafting minigames, if they are fun, they need to be in-game. First of all, I have a max skill towering in WoW, and I'm exactly the same as anyone else max level. With minigames influencing the quality of the item matters how good their crafter you're. Exactly. A stoic, absolutely on spot, mate. Absolutely on spot. Armegon, will the pool be pulled from relevant stats from the classes it's meant for? Clothing gear has intellect, stamina, etc. Yes, absolutely. It makes no sense, guys. It absolutely makes no sense. You're a warrior and you receive like a piece of helmet that is like with intellect. It makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, sounds cool. We do that. About their open world, I'm starting to get interested. Those are good questions. You know everything you know about the game. Is there a pirate game? It's essentially my full knowledge base. You're right. Based on the fact that you alone should go and try it, I love when people act like they're trying out a video game is like making a home purchase. These days and age, it is super hard to say, hey, I am willing to invest my time in any specific MMORPG. We're living in a weird time, guys. Aesthetically, the game reminds me of what is this? EverQuest Next? Oh, whoa, it does. I'm into it. I have never played this. Is it EverQuest? Guys? I don't know if you looked at WoW recently, but they also have pirate swashbuckler team rogue spec. Kinda, but it is nowhere near the fantasy we are diving into. There is a Corsair in Black Desert, although drawback is that that means playing the Black Desert. It's actually not a pirate team anymore. It's more cowboy, okay? I don't know if a pistol melee class definitely feels like more piratey to me. I can't recall old Western including fights. Game looks kind of neat, but I know very little about it. What's actually going to be lying to play? It's not out yet. Playtest coming up spring. This was essentially what made me interested. Whoa, really? Guys, share with me, guys. Share with me in the chat what made you come here. What made you interested in Scars of Honor? And please don't tell me it's because Ashes of Creation died. Please, outside of this, no. The first thing that you wrote. This is not what we do. You know that? No. Free to play, no pay to win, open world PvP. Free for in combat. The combat looks really good. The combat needs to be improved. And also Warrior, mate. Thank you. PvP and the ability to have different style classes. A friend showed me the game. I have high hopes for PvP. Raids plus PvP and crafting. True Troop, how did Raids invited you when we have shared absolutely zero information about Raids? The Necromancer and the Druid Ashes of Creation can give me that each, so I hope this game will give me what I want. The dungeon systems, car systems, and no pay to win. Armegon I found randomly on YouTube 3 years ago, and now I recently again, I just want an MMO similar to WoW that is not WoW. Guys, this is the most weird thing that I want to discuss with you. Like, you want a game that is similar to WoW, but that is not WoW. Why? Like, why? Do you believe you will just replay the times when you first was introduced to an MMORPG? Do you think this will happen again? Do you think that people that were invested previously in like World of Warcraft for 15 years, how many of you guys, I'm pretty sure, many of you here that even right now here in the Twitch chat and YouTube, you guys played World of Warcraft, and I'm pretty sure like 80% of you who are here have stopped playing World of Warcraft for at least an year. So that right now you're in here, you're looking for something else. People that have invested years are very unlikely to switch the game. Don't you agree with me? Don't you agree with me? The game looks great so far. Will there be incentives for open world PvP such as honor style system and trade packs? We are thinking of a specific zone where we can do that. We are thinking of a specific zone where we can do that. You need to be looking for negative comments to find out people problems with what their perception for game is about. Absolutely. I said this to the interview of Warrior. Guys, first of all, he was saying, hey, it takes a big courage to go out there and just discuss with the people, show your face, and get the feedback. And I'm like, no, it doesn't take a great courage because I'm not hiding anything. Like, it is what it is. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just going there to get feedback. And I said it also to him. He can confirm that. For me, it is super important right now with the current situation of the MMORPG genre to not repeat the old mistakes. Things that we have seen from other MMORPGs. We are not here united to say Scars of Honor will be the best ever MMORPG. No, we need to be here realistic. We need to know what are the good things. If you guys enjoy the combat, etc., it's good. But we also need to understand what are the things on which we need to improve. And that includes the negative feedback. I am all open, guys. I am completely all open for negative feedback the moment when it's constructive. The moment when it's on point and it's not just clear toxicity. Like, one thing I am not in here for, that's toxicity. And I don't want to build such community, guys. MMORPGs lives and dies by their community. And I want to make one thing clear, guys. If we are building up community, let it be healthy community. Let's fight together against toxicity. Toxicity is the biggest killer of the game, guys. This is outside of pay to win. Like if we take the developers, their ability to kill the game, which has a lot of pitfalls where developers can fall and kill the game, community can also kill a game, guys. And if you bring toxicity, oh my god, it's even a very good themed music on this. But we need to stay away from toxicity. Negative constructive feedback, I'm owing. I'm owing, guys. I'm owing. We can kill bots in Helldivers. Armegon, when it comes out to the UI, are you planning major changes in that area? UI is constantly, it's constantly changing. UI is constantly changing. Oh, 1 second. UI is constantly changing. And if we need to do improvements, we will. If we need to do improvements, we will. And we have no problem with that. But first we need to get the feedback where we need to make those changes. Let me remove this CC. Yeah. And go to the where we showcase the game. Yeah. So, Armegon, are you allow add-ons to the game like DPS meter and similar? I think what we need to do, especially with DPS meter, is basically have it inside the basic version of the game. Like, this is a tool that every single player of MMORPG is like going after right away, and I believe we need to have that inside the game. Making add-ons, I said it yesterday even in the interview, at that specific moment is not high in the priority list. It's not high in the priority list of the development. Putin DPS meter, let's go, let's go! Aggro meter for tanks, please. Will there be a compatibility? Somebody is clapping, yeah. What's the plan for dailies, weeklies, and will there be time gates? So one thing, guys, that I hate, and I've seen it recently in so many MMORPGs, and I don't understand. Like daily time gates on dungeons. I absolutely hate this. Like, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? Don't you agree with me, guys? You have seen this. Can you give me one good reason why a developer would create a time gates daily on a dungeon? Why? I understand making a restriction like weekly on a raid, which is a big event, so that people don't get overgeared so fast, etc. And a raid is like a huge development investment of the studio, and it should not be consumed that fast. I understand that, but dungeons, like, welcome to the army, Robus. But why would a developer do this, guys? Will there be the Trinity healer tank DPS? Exactly. And what's healing be like? Very cool question. I said it many times and I will repeat it again. For me, it's super important that healers are not just, let's not use that word, but their gameplay is not just, hey, I'm watching at the UI, whomever is with the lower HP, I'm clicking there, and I am just pressing 1, 2, or 3, and that's it. And I'm currently, what I have seen in other MMORPGs, healers are just UI players. They are UI players. In Scars of Honor, we want to balance the ability of making damage and making healing. To pick the specific moment. Is it important right now to do healing or to do damage? And when I do a lot of damage, that to help me to transition to healing, to be well connected. Here I will jump to another example that I was giving to game designers where we were discussing healers and designing their documents. How many of you have played, this is another game, it has nothing to do with MMORPGs, Overwatch. One cool example of a healer that is fun to play is Moira. Moira, I really like it. You can decide, I want to do damage right now, I want to do healing right now. So it's a very delicate balance. It's very delicate balance. But I don't believe someone truly enjoys. I don't believe someone truly enjoys to just sit down, look at the UI, click there, and click, and heal that. And end of the day, Healers and tanks, they're always the one guilty for things not happening. They're always the ones that are guilty for things not happening. So this is why I think we need to have a different approach. And why people are not playing tanks? Why people are not playing healers, guys? Can you tell me? Can you tell me, for those of you who are actually not playing tanks and not playing healers, tell me in the chat, guys, why are you guys not playing those? Tell me. Because they're boring. First answer, because they're boring. Exactly. On spot. On spot. Because they're no fun solo. Boring. Exactly, guys. So why would I, in my right mind, sit down and design a class that by design, I know it's boring? Like, why? Why, guys? Why would I do that? And this is why we want to pay a special attention to healers inside Scars of Honor. And then we go and we discuss tanks. What is fun as a tank? It's definitely not fun to sit down and soak damage and end of the day to be the guilty one. So in Scars of Honor, we're thinking about how that soaking of damage can help you outburst a big amount of damage. Not that you can outcompete DPSs, but you need to be like strong. You need to be like, I will do one thing, but the moment when I do it, everybody will understand that I did it. Like when a tank smashes, Coke smash. Good to see you. Okay. 1 second, guys. Let me just jump to the recent. Terra Lance and Tank was super fun. I'm not familiar with what that was. How can you can you explain how the world, how would you oh my god, optimize and handle trading market systems and as well as factions? It is economy is definitely by far, guys, by far the most complicated system. It's not a system, it's a ecosystem to control. What you can do is do your best to prevent things that ruin it, like botting, like hacking, like item duplication. These are the things that we as a developer can control fully to an extent, but the economy itself, the way you guys are going to make it, the way you guys are going to make the economy, I'm sorry, but this is something that is living and breathing organism that we as a developer doesn't have the control of it. And I think it should be that way. We can help you with like systems, tools, preventions, but it's in your hands, guys. Economy of the game is at your hands. It's at your hands. For me, daily tasks are extremely short events, only have disadvantages. On one hand, the developers are unnecessarily busy with short-lived content that have little to no time for further development of main game and DLCs. And on the other hand, this scares a lot of casual players or working people because constantly feels like they're missing out on something. Only the geeks benefits of this. Very good topic to cover. Daily quests. Guys, if I say daily quest, what is the first thing that comes on your mind? What is the first thing which comes on your mind? Chore. Exactly. Guys, I'm super happy that I definitely don't feel alone in this. I definitely don't job, exactly. They feel like job, they feel like chore, and it has, guys, you know it very well. I think Chris Wilson explained it very well. This is one of the hidden bad practices, psychological practices that game studios enforces on its player base, so that I can make you come back and back and back inside the game. But for the wrong reasons. This is a tool to allow me to get you back in the game for the wrong reasons. And then, okay, at the moment, it will help you. At the moment, it will help. It will boost the numbers. They will look better in front of investors and in front of the board. Oh my God, the board is scary word. The board is scary word these days. But this will help you there. This will help you there. And then you will see how after that, you will absolutely go downhill. You will go downhill because you will start losing players because they don't feel that this is a game no longer. They feel it's a chore. They feel like it's on their to-do list, on their task list for the day. And that's not a game. You don't go in the game to just do the next list of tasks. Armegon, could you share how many active abilities each class is expected to have at endgame and how deep combat system in terms, in terms of synergies or build interactions? Are players expected to follow mostly fixed rotations, or will classes support multiple viable playstyles and flexible situational rotations? How much room is there for player skill expression across different encounters, group compositions, and PvP? Great question. Let me just find the place where we are discussing in here. Oh, I think it's around in here. This is, let me just see if we're gonna see a zoomed out version of the talent tree, because this is what is gonna give you a very good information about talents in Scars of Honor. First, I don't want to have a game where only one viable build can be played at the moment. If we do this, we somehow screwed it up. We need to allow player base to create a lot of variations. I don't want to be in a situation where one build is the best for that game and that class and that's it. What I really enjoyed back in the day is the sense of a character exploration. Like, just think for a moment when you can say, I have found a very cool build that allows me to do this specific thing better than anybody else. It is basically what we have taken from Path of Exile. And Path of Exile, as I said, is another great inspiration from Scars of Honor. So in that sense, I don't think there will be one ultimate way to do things. It's scary. It's scary when you think about it. But the sense of like connection that I want the player to experience with his character is something truly valuable to me. And then we put the scar system on top of it, which is just doubling down, tripling down on the fact that if you level up a paladin in Scars of Honor and you level up another, these two will be two different characters. These two will be two different characters. Why? Because you will not have the same scars. You can control which scars you can have. When you kill a boss, it will grant you specific scars. But when you level up, you have no guarantee that you will receive the same scars. So in Scars of Honor, scars are a method, a way to also celebrate leveling up. For me, leveling up, the moment when it happens, this is a dopamine moment. This is the moment when it needs to go bam, 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 bam with the scars, and you pick which one. It needs to be the moment when you say, oh my god, legendary scar on level 15. Like, this is very cool moment. This is very cool moment. That will have a specific connection with you and that specific paladin that you created, or ranger or mage or whatever it is. This is something that I'm taking out from the core feeling that I used to have back in the day with MMORPGs. I know it's a risky endeavor to have that, but man, if we make everything like one-to-one with like how it is in World of Warcraft, if we don't experiment, like, where the genre will go? If I'm making the same thing that somebody else did, why would I expect a different result? Why would I expect different result, guys? Armegon, meta will always exist. What strategies do you have in mind for maintaining balances? I know you mentioned the PvP will be level set. Can you talk a little bit more on systems in place to balance PvP with each class trying to have as much class freedom? So guys, as I said it, I'm not here to lie to you. And I'm here to also set some of the potential downsides of the decisions of specific game design systems and approaches that we take. And with that amount of customization that we are giving to the characters, to the players, balance becomes harder. Not impossible, but guys, be honest. Be truthful with yourself. There are very few games inside the whole history of humanity that have achieved perfect balance. And one of which is chess. One of which is chess because it's exactly equal, 1-to-1. 1-to-1. So it has its benefits. It has its benefits, definitely. But we need to experiment. We need to tweak things constantly. We need to tweak things constantly in order to make sure that we are providing you something different. Not just for the sake of providing you something different, but we need to understand what things click with you guys and which of those doesn't. Will the game will perfectly be balanced at release? 100%, I'm telling you from now, no. I'm giving you a guarantee it will not be perfectly balanced. Can we very fast apply patches to something that is too overpowered? Absolutely. Absolutely. But until we give you the game, until it's in your hands and you exploit it, because I'm 100% sure you guys will find some backdoors. You find something like if you get that talent and then you go and you do all of this, you are becoming a godlike. Like, I'm expecting this, and I'm hoping to see that because this shows living and thriving community. Are we going to patch it as fast as possible? Absolutely, we will. Absolutely, we will. We don't need balance where I hit for one dam and you hit for one dam. What we want is a chance to kill other players or mob through skills, not just a class or a month that wipes everything. Absolutely. Will there be player-to-player trading? Also faction-based action and negative action or area where both factions can trade. So, trade is absolutely mandatory. Trade is absolutely mandatory. Trade of like player versus player. Action house, this is the staple. This is the staple of the economy. This is the staple of the economy. So, absolutely, it needs to be done. Are we going to make a place where factions can trade between each other? I am not confident we need that, and I will put a poll. I will put a poll because I want to hear your thoughts, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me ask you. You ask me, then the best thing that I can do is ask you. What do you guys want? Do you want such thing? Do you want cross-faction action house? Yes. I'll explain why. 1 second. No, I'll explain why. Okay, so let me see what you guys are thinking about this. So, as we're starting the new poll, we need to see how you voted on the previous one. Do you support minigames? And as I said, this was one of the most controversial topics inside Scars of Honor, and you unanimously voted yes, they are fun, while 29% voted that yes, they stop bots. So on that sense, I am happy. Currently, with this poll, we are having a very tight, this is probably the most tight vote. I didn't expect that. I really want to hear you guys in the chat. I really want to hear why is it so 50-50. This is the hardest, guys. At least do me a favor. Try to go like one direction, because 50-50, this is the most terrible position you can put me in. Like, I don't want to be in a position where in 50-50, I am the person who needs to take the decision. Help me on this. Don't leave me hanging there. I will just go grab something to drink because I'm speaking for around 2 hours and I can continue for like 3 more, but at least let me hydrate. And we are back. So, oh my god, guys, are you doing it intentionally? It's like 50-50, 51%. It just became 51%. Let me hear what are you guys saying in the chat. Let me hear what are you guys saying in the chat. What about the Russian language? Will it be absolutely? Russian is one of the translations of Scars of Honor. Armegon, I think it depends on what you want out of factions. Are factions tied against each other? Are there no cross-faction action house? If factions are just a flavor, then yes. No, allow. I don't think they should be just. I don't think they should be just a flavor, and this is probably where we need to continue the discussion. Because I also heard some of you guys writing in the Discord that you're kind of worried about that two-faction system, so we will go and discuss that, and this is what's next. Cross-faction will have stronger economy in whole world and not just population in faction. That's a very valid point. That's a very valid point. We don't trade with filthy dominion. Their money are dirty.
For the domination.
If one population is overpop, then they will have majority. Okay, so I think it's time, guys. I think it's time to do the hardest poll. I think it's time to do the hardest poll and see what are you guys voting on the moment when we conclude with this one. I really want to understand, guys. Are you going Sacred Order? Or you're going domination? I am surprised that I have not asked that question previously, but we are going to unveil that answer tonight. And if we see 70% domination, we are having problems. This will help us with this current situation. Okay. Let me see. Where are the polls? The polls are in Twitch. Third faction, when I am a demon, why would I trade with human when I wanna murder them? This is very valid statement war-wise. This is very valid statement war-wise. Sacred Order for the win, yeah! Dwarves, top of the chat. When it comes to raids bosses, have you thought about crafting in an open world that respawns once every few weeks or drop specific items? Like open world bosses is definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. Have cross-faction action house, but steep non-faction taxes. Not having cross-faction will tip the balance too much. If one side becomes better gear than or crafters. Okay, guys, but if we create cross-faction action house, should it be somehow different, like with different taxes or I don't know, anything that will allow, that should enforce more going towards like Sacred Order action house or domination action house? Or you in general believe that we should do a cross-faction? So looks like you guys helped me a lot, because you voted 60% in yes, we need a cross-faction action house, and you guys are now. I want to understand why. Now I want to understand why. I want to hear your opinion. Yes, if there is a cross-faction action house, higher tax. Okay, but why? Why, guys? It doesn't make sense war-wise. Why factions should be fighting each other? Other should have action house. This is one of the big questions that I also have. Like, if we do this, we need to find a clever way. We need to find a clever way. The only way we can do this. The only way we can do this. I'm just brainstorming here. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Maybe in future, guys, in the long distance future, we might think for a third faction. We might think for a third faction in long time from now. Arbitrage is fun, but it's a lot weird. Will there be life skilling when PvP players depend on life skillers to buy potions, food, and much more, but items are hard to get, so it makes potions and food worth grinding. Basically, we are connecting. We are connecting dungeons. We are connecting dungeons and crafting and gathering, because while you are gathering and crafting, you will be making potions with alchemy, and this is very important for your runs in the dungeon. Potions will play a high role in Scars of Honor. They will play a high role in Scars of Honor. I do like the black market idea. Will kill zones be best crafting materials? PvP zones. Kill zones are something that we are still in discussion. They're still in discussion, and it's not something that we are 100% confirming right now. Voted in favor of cross-faction, but totally okay with tax discount system to encourage buying from same faction. The issue with having no ability to trade between factions is that no faction is likely going to end up with more active action house than the other, which will make more and more players gravitate towards that faction, ultimately ending up in a server population disparity between the two. This is by far the most logical answer that I have heard on that the topic. I really support what you are saying in here, but we need to agree that if we go this, because guys, it's that simple. For every design decision that we do, we pay a price. For every design decision that we do, we pay a price. And one price we are going to pay if we go that route, war-wise, it doesn't make sense. We need to explain it, like in war-wise, how it connects, so that we can do this. But here we are also having a great benefit, because we are helping up a lot the economy. We are helping up a lot the economy. And this is the major win that we are taking. But now guys, now comes the biggest question of all. Which faction you will be playing? Let me do this. I really wanna see what is going to be your take on this. The sacred order, the domination. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm watching carefully. I want to see this. I definitely do. So far, 50-50. Perfect. I never wanted to see such a balance. Oh my god, 60. The domination is dominating. Why, guys? Why? Tell me, why are you picking the specific faction? It's important to discuss those things. I just heard of this game today. What is the practical difference between the faction or just a flavor? They're in war. Domination. 100% the race, based on the race. So, okay, if it's 100% based on the race, like, which is your favorite race? And why? Guys? I really want to hear that. I can tell you which is my favorite race. Wait. Sacred Order Dwarf. Orc or Undead. Lizard Man. By the way, this is Cosmodelix. This is Cosmodelix from Discord. He's very active on Discord. And by the way, guys, I'm inviting you all. Come in Discord. And this is a very nice place to hang out. And he was like always that lizard man. I'm never like being able to immerse myself in lizard-like race. I don't know, that's maybe just me. Think about the Baron. Baron is another thing. Just by the name of it, domination will probably be populated by more PvP player, which can result into population gameplay imbalance. Currently, the votes are really good. Like what I see is 57% to 43. I never could have expected like to be 50-50. It's not realistic to say it's gonna be 50-50, but it's not unhealthy. Like the unhealthy situation goes when it's like a 70-30. 70-30 is like too big. After up to 60, you're kinda okay. Up to 60, you're kinda okay. If you go above 60, we are having some sort of problems. We need to do better characters for Sacred Order then. Like a goblin race. We, by the way, are thinking which should be the next races. And I will spoil you here and say that the next races that are coming in Scars of Honor will be small races, like small in size, because this is what we currently lack fantasy-wise. Will there be a world PvP or will be PvP limited to battlegrounds, etc.? There will be open world PvP, but it will be for those who opt into it. It won't be for those who doesn't want to be participating in it. At least not in the hardcore realms. In the hardcore realms, I think it should be open. This is a hardcore realm, it should be open. How would you handle if one faction has more players than the other? Will there be perks for less playable factions, such as experience buff or by default, 10-15% player than the other one? I've seen this example in Awards Online where they managed to keep the balance for 15 years now. There are many things that you can do to keep the balance, and this is definitely one of them. This is definitely one of them, and we can do that. Let me just check. Armegon, we will be showing more open world. It's being largely overlooked in the announcement and particularly not shown at all. The most important aspect has been omitted. It would be nice to see some dedicated footage. So, let me just check something. If I can show you a sneak peek. 1 second, let me see. Or I will just show you too much. This is what I'm checking right now. Let me just check the internal Slack channels for this. Where is the environment? 1 second. 3D environment department. Okay, I find something. 1 second. 1 second. So these are the dungeons. No. Oh no, this is gonna be too much. No. I will not spoil this because this is one of the big things that we are going to showcase in the upcoming demo. So I will just keep it for myself. But guys, as I said at the beginning of this stream, open world is mandatory thing. It's definitely something that I am paying a close attention to. I believe we cannot have a healthy MMORPG without open world. But you can basically rewind the stream and see the place where I discussed in details open world. So you can look it there. Okay. Demo when? 1 second. What is the incentive for open world PvP besides ego tripping? Absolutely. For me, it's not just ego tripping. Some people are really enjoying open world. And for me personally, open world have a big place where we unanimously decide that we want to do a grand battle. For me, one of the biggest OG moments, one of the big OG moments in MMORPG, guys, is when we gather 40-50 people from Domination, 40-50 people from Sacred Order, and we clash. I want to see servers burn, you know. This is the biggest fun. The moment when you see this, like, you to be one of many, and you are in an online battle, but real open world massive battle, created by the community, created by the role play activity. Like, this is the moment when you immerse yourself truly. So this is where open world PvP shines, not where one level rogue, level 60 rogue kills level 12 mage, for example. This is not where PvP shines. Will there be skilling? I'm not really sure what's that. Okay. Is the fishing minigame similar to Stardew Valley 1? If not, can it be? if you explain me what is the fishing minigame Stardew Valley, I can compare it, but I can also show it. I think it's somewhere around here. 1 second. I think gathering was somewhere at the end of the stream. 1 second. I think here is the open world we're showcasing. By the way, here is some footage that you can see on the open world. Somebody asked previously. And somewhere in here, I think it was the fishing minigame. Chat, by the way, if somebody can help me find that from there are a lot of videos that are covering this, and just share it in the Discord with Frogza. Any info on actual date of the demo, and can everybody participate? Yes, let me give you information on that. First of all, everybody can participate. What is the intent of this? Spring, we are going to do a massive test where we want to understand first what is the amount of stability that we currently have in the game, like how many people we can handle in the game, what are the issues that we need to solve, because Steam Next Fest that is coming will be a major event. It will be a major event, and we want to be prepared. And now, guys, I want to share one great news with you. And I think it's thanks to you guys. Thanks to you, Scars of Honor on Hype Meter and Wishlist, by the end of February, will become #1 most wishlisted upcoming MMORPG. Currently, let me give you another thing, and it's a risky thing to share, but I will share it with you. You know Where Winds Meet. You know that game. It's a free-to-play game. The moment when they were announced on Steam, in the first 2 months, because we are about to become on 18, it will become 2 months since we are on Steam. We are on par. We are on par with Where Winds Meet in wishlists. The same amount of wishlists Where Winds Meet had for the same amount of a period compared to Scars of Honor is 1-to-1, which is very good sign. This is very good sign, guys. This is very good sign, and I'm super hyped about this. I was certain that this game has its place in the genre, because I knew what was the situation in general. And I knew that we can make something that is good enough. And I think we are on the right track. Thank you all, guys. Thank you all, because this is what is important. And right now, while we are here, I really want to invite you guys, if someone of you have not been to Steam, not here, wait, here, if someone was not, have not wishlisted Scars of Honor, guys, please go in Steam, write Scars, open up the page, and just wishlist it. Add it to your wishlist. Please, this is the best thing that you can do right now in order to help the game. The second thing you're already doing, you're already in Reddit, you're already creating topics, and this is helping a lot, guys. This is helping a lot. Keep up the good work. Help me, and together I believe we can have not the next big thing. I don't want to use that word, but I think we can have the next game that is worth calling home. I truly believe so. Yes, let's not get that romantic and continue with the questions, because I see a lot of you are being around and are active. And I used to stream for 2 hours, but today, guys, I will stream more. I will stay more, and I will stay here with you. I will stay here with you to continue answering your questions. And let me just put this in the background and continue answering your questions. Wait a sec. That crafting screen showed our stats being able to be pulled from that stat pool, not what you said earlier. So can it get clarification? Will I craft a pair of plate boots as a warrior and get stats I don't need? No, you will not get stats you don't need. You will get what is for that boot if you craft it. First, you need to ask yourself, is that boot for warrior or is it for paladin? So this is very important. This is where things are getting changed. Random scars are kind of based on luck. As someone else can have some more luck and get better scars. Yes, but you can reroll them. This is what is important. And also, you are allowed to... not you're allowed to. You can also obtain scars by just killing specific bosses. So there are controlled group of scars that you can definitely go and obtain. There is definitely that. And there is also a luck in the theory. Armegon, what classes are you looking at releasing for demo launch of Scars of Honor? So, these are two different time frames. These are two different time frames, and demo and launch will have different amount of how you call it, classes. Not how you call it, but classes. So in demo, what is confirmed so far is Paladin, Druid, Mage, and Ranger. This is for the demo in spring. For June event, which is in Steam Next Fest, there will definitely be at least one more class. We'll see on that. But for the release of the game, we want to have those plus Priest, Pirate, Necromancer, and Assassin. These are definitely the ones that at the early access, we want to have them. Then we will gradually release the rest, because this is also a way to invite people back to the game. The people that came, consume the content, we need to allow them to get out of the game and plan their coming back again to the game. And this is why I want to provide this kind of a serving in content in general. How about progressing? Will it be possible to skip quests in favor of grinding? It will be possible, but it depends on if you prefer to play that way. Armegon, how are you doing? What was the inspiration for the war of the game? You have ideas from movies like Lord of the Rings, games like Warcraft and Witcher. I'm so happy to see that the game is in the current state. Being following science in the very beginning, and I was hoping to send you a message saying science a long time ago. First of all, thank you for being such a passionate follower and being with us for so long. In general, war-wise, when we're speaking war-wise, a Lord of the Rings is definitely a major player in building Scars of Honor War. It's definitely a major player. I really enjoyed everything that Tolkien did with Lord of the Rings, with Hobbit, and I even played Lord of the Rings in one of the previous streams, and it was a blast. I am a big fan of that. So everything that is similar to whatever is written by Tolkien is definitely a inspiration for Scars of Honor. It's definitely inspiration for Scars of Honor. Will mounts... one second. Will mounts be account-based and not character-based? I think this will increase the balance of factions. Size you won't need to grind over and over again. The mounts that you buy are account-wide. The mounts that you buy are account-wide. I'm not 100% sure how we designed, and this is where you catch me off guard, and I'm not gonna pretend that I can answer all of the questions because the game is huge. I'm not gonna pretend that I know it all. I think the mounts that you obtain inside the game, like with just playing the game from quest or whatever it is, are attached to the character. But if somebody from Beast Burst Entertainment and like the game designers are watching the stream right now and they can answer that question, please do so. I know one thing for certain is that the paid mounts, the ones that you pay and you buy, they're not faster than the rest. They're the same speed. They can be cooler. 100% they can be cooler, but they're account bound. They are not character bound. So this is what I can tell you on that front. Will the demo and full version be dedicated South Asia server? So very good question. Let me create a new poll and let's see the demand. Let's see the demand right now to kind of, because to answer this, it comes from one thing, demand. If we see that there is demand from a lot from Asia, we definitely open up a server. That's the easiest thing. One second. Which server you will be playing? Europe, North America, what in America, Asia, let's say, and let's go like others to see. Let's see this. Let's see your vote. Good thing is that the biggest poll so far with the factions was a good result. 57% voted for domination, while 43% voted for sacred order, which is optimistic, which is really good. Let's see now with servers. How are we distributing a player base? Let's see that. By the way, there is an ad will be starting in 5 minutes, so I will probably take a small break and then I will be around again. Shall we play any MMORPG today, guys? Shall we play any MMORPG? Outside of Scars of Honor, of course. Combat says to be similar to Smite. I really enjoyed that combat. It has some similarities with Smite though. I also played Smite and I enjoyed it. Good evening. I saw your interview with Roar. It was awesome. And I will be following your development with strong hopes for the future. Thank you. Strong hopes. Let's keep them realistic. This is important. This is important that I want to emphasize on. Armegon, will there be word bosses? Let me answer in details. Yes. Can I dominate the market like going monopolies? We'll see. We'll see that. So I hope that this game will be out soon. Guys, one thing is important. I know the situation with the genre at the moment. I know what's happening. I know that right now it's like a traumatic time. But we don't want to have the next body in the graveyard. I am not hesitant to say that the game will be out. If there is a need of a delay, there will be a delay. We'll do our best to deliver everything on schedule. But if I am about to choose between, hey, you promised X date, the game needs to be released, and I know that the game is not ready, and I know that it's gonna flop, compared to I need to announce that it's gonna be a delay, 100% I'm choosing the delay. And I know that this is the lesser evil. If it's necessary, we need to do the delays. Because when I'm giving you this content, many of you guys that are right now here in the chat, you are selective, very hardcore, real MMORPG veterans that understand the genre. But for others that are the so-called casual players, when they see the game, they won't be having your thinking. They will be thinking, hey, that game is not ready, it's trash, done and dusted, go, I'm done. So this is something that you won't see here in the chat, because you guys, you're not that type of players. You have experience which others doesn't. But I'm sorry to say this, here, me and you, we are the minority. We are definitely very experienced people. We can definitely take good decisions for the genre, but we need to not forget that there are other people that are playing the game, that will be playing the game, that doesn't understand the genre the same way me and you guys are knowing it, and that will not look at the same way to the game which you and me will. So we need to be prepared for the mass audience. This is what is important. Although the game dies. And this is not what we want. This is not why we are united, right? Damn, bro, in Asia are gonna be playing. So is it that bad for Asia? Oh my god, it's just one guy. It's just one guy. Europe is definitely up the chart. Then we have North America. Then we have yeah. Armegon, I think red factions like Domination always have tougher characters, and that's very appealing. Perhaps adding a race that looks tough and cool to Sacred Order would help a lot. Mate, have you not seen the Baron? Have you not seen the Baron? Like, Baron, if you ask me, This is the strongest of them all, and it's part from Sacred Order. It's part from Sacred Order. Like, really. Have you ever played Albion Online, Armegon? Do you like faction PvP full loot concept in the game? I started Albion Online for a bit, and then I went into the shop, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. So this is how much time I gave it. Probably it's a cool game, but I personally have not played that much to give opinion on it. I just saw one worrisome things in the shop, and I was like, okay. Hey, when do you think a release is coming? Already answered that. Release of the game, if needed, will be delayed, but currently we are planning for the demo in spring. And after that thing, we can continue discussing where we go next. As every new MMO, will this be also people's first? This will be also some people's first MMO. Yes, and that's important, guys. We discussed this yesterday with Roar. We need to make sure that we are building a game that is not just for an old and reducing player base. It sounds terrible when I say it. It sounds terrible. We're not that old, but the amount of people that played the genre and that are getting out of the genre is going up. Like, the amount of people getting out of the genre is higher compared to the amount of people that are getting in the genre. So, do you see where the problem is? Do you see where the problem is? And we need to make sure that we create a game, systems, and we need to open up funnels, if you will, like a mobile later down the road, very late down the road, that will allow more people to join in. Let me just go. How many? Oh, the chat is a bit too fast. Let me just go 1 second. How many gathering crafting skills do you plan to have eventually? So currently, I can tell you what we have. Currently, we have mining, we have woodcutting, we have herbalism, then we have cooking, then we have alchemy, then we have blacksmithing. So currently we have around 6 gathering and crafting systems. This is what we currently have. What more we will be having? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Will be the monetization focus on skins, mounts, pet skins, and not crafting materials, currencies, etc. An example, a League of Legends where Riot points that you buy only for customization. Exactly, and Riot is a great example of this, as far as I know. Maybe it was previously. Currently, what it is, I don't know. So excuse me if I'm saying something inappropriate here, but I believe the moment when you have zero cost for concurrent player online, because we have our own server engine which allows us to do that, we can be definitely sustainable by purely how you call it, not customization but appearance, like purely cosmetic. And one thing that is important is I want to highlight this because many people miss this, and they kind of miss the big place where I believe 70% of our income will be, and this is appearance points. What is appearance points? Let me explain to you guys. Experience points is something that you use and you spend in order to change the appearance of your shoulders, of your sword, of your hammer, whatever it is. You're playing a dungeon, you're having a very great item stats, because I told you, in Scars of Honor, every item, even with the same name, the same ID, you have different set of stats. You find another one that have a better stats, but it's looking worse. So you want to have the better looking item with the better stats. So you keep the better stats on, and you take the appearance from the better looking to the better stats. This costs appearance points. And for you to apply this, you need to buy those. So you either keep the way your character looks and you don't pay a dime, or you buy appearance points. But this is fair. I think this is fair. We need... somebody can say it's predatory, and I would agree it's predatory. But guys, I cannot make money out of thin air, and I'm super open here. Like, I'm super open here telling you this. And this is 100% keeping only into the cosmetics. It's 100% keeping it into the cosmetics. And this is from where 80% of our income will come. This is how I see it. Then you can buy emotes, which are, again, these are purely cosmetic. You can buy different skins of your spells. You don't want your fireball to be orange? Let's make it red. Let's make it more fiery. But it's still the same amount of damage that it does. It's still the same amount of damage, and it's still not pay to win. So this is how monetization in Cards of Honor will work. And let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I really want to hear your thoughts on appearance points. I really want to hear your thoughts on appearance points. Because end of the day, I cannot promise you here the whole world and not tell you from where our money will come. I need to be open, and I'm telling you from where they will come. Cosmetics totally fine. You need to make money somehow. Exactly. As long as you stay no pay to win, I'll buy a mountain of appearance points. Exactly. Yeah, but that's the best effects looks not in the game. They're behind. I'd rather pay a sub. This is the other thing. When I said subscription and free to play doesn't add up, then a lot of people were like, okay, but how you gonna sustain the studio? It should not be only on subscriptions. You can definitely do it with appearance points. And some people, I agree here, would prefer to pay subscription, just let's say appearance subscription or whatever it is, appearance subscription, let's call it that way. This is also fair. This is also fair, and it has nothing to do with the gameplay. So if that is actually a better approach, why not? Let me know in the comments. Would you prefer to buy, like, if I'm needing appearance points, I am like spending completely for the what I need, or I would just go subscription appearance and I don't care about appearance points? Let me know. Let me know. It's up to you, guys. It's up to you. Battle Pass is good way too if we can participate in free path too. Yes, I think it's every Battle Pass has a version where it allows free participation. I don't know about how character looks and you need to make money. That spell effect might be bad for PvP readability though, unless it doesn't modify it that much, you know. It's just enough that you can still read which spell it is, but not touch the PvP readability. Otherwise, you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct that this is a pitfall that we need to be like taken care of. I would 100% pay a sub fee for this. Sub only can be possibility for appearance points. This can only be possibility for appearance points. Is it completely free to play or buy to play? Completely free to pay. Completely free to pay. Battle Pass is good way too if we can participate. Yeah, it's exactly how you say it. In previous live streams, you have to be very careful. Nothing good game came from rushing a game, never ever. This is a great chance and a rare game jam, and you have in here. And it's the cards you play correctly could have great game science a long time ago, and I trust you guys and the work you've been doing with the passion. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I've been really needing an Asian server, free to play. Sub model is not sustainable anymore. War, Final Fantasy 14 are outliers purely because they have been around for a long time. Mounts, pets can get... okay. Hello, I'm excited to try again. It's possible to set up an interview. You can definitely set up an interview, no problem. Just ping me in Discord. Hey, I got a couple of questions. First, will there be an open with PvP? It's already answered in the stream. You can go back. I don't need to bore like 200 people with answering the same question like a fifth time. Two, is there any plans for content aimed to large PvP guilds? Also discussed. It's You can definitely just resume it and watch it. As long as it's convenience and cosmetic, it's fine. It's only thing against pay to win. Is there going to be a system like Guild Wars where you buy gems with in-game gold? No. Look guys. If we go into the situation, and I am completely strict with this, if we go in the situation where you buy, let's say, some made-up gems, diamonds, whatever it is, you exchange those for, I don't know, an item, gathering stuff, or whatever it is, which you can then sell to gold, this is pay to win. It is just a hidden, you know, it's just a hidden path. So, no way, shape, or form, whatever you buy, 100% you cannot trade. You buy appearance points, you cannot trade them. You buy mount, you cannot trade it. You buy what else? You buy skin for your spell, you cannot trade it. You buy emote, you cannot trade it. You can give them. If you want to give something to your buddy, your spouse, be my guest, write their email, gift it to them. 100% do that. No problem. But I don't think in any way, shape, or form you should be able to exchange this for gold. Pay to win is pretty much the only pay model that turns me away. I was expecting to say it's the only model that can actually make it work, and I was like, no. If I enjoy the game, it's fine with the sub box price, cosmetics, only cash shop, or cosmetics battle pass. I'll buy cosmetics and I like to support. But if the game is pay to win, it's likely won't pick up. Exactly, it's that simple, guys. And I don't really understand. No, look, I understand why there was no MMORPGs that were free to play and that did not had the pay to win aspect in it, because as I told many times, it's the server cost. Many games just pay like 30 cents, and that's the minimum for you being online. And that's a huge price for them, and they need to make up this money. I explained why we don't pay this, because we have our own server engine. But guys, 100% I can guarantee you that it is possible to sustain an MMORPG with free-to-play model. Why? Take a look at Path of Exile, guys. Does Path of Exile, and be honest here, you know it very well, it's out there for so much time, did it have like any shady practices, pay to win, hidden mechanics, or anything like that? Did it sustain itself? Did it make money? Is it still one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated ARPG? 100%, guys. 100%. Inventory is soft pay to win. Okay, let's discuss this. Why? I will put a poll. Because I don't understand how like a bigger convenience, like a new slot, like with like 30 more slots or anything like that, will make the game like pay to win. I will put a poll because I want to hear you, and this is exactly why we're here. Does more bug is more is bigger bug slots a pay to win? Yes. I'll explain why. I'll explain. No. It's just convenience. Let me hear you. Let me hear you, guys. Let me hear you. I really want to hear. By the way, we have reached 700 followers. That's amazing, guys. Raid from Canon. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. It's an honor. What can I say? It's just an honor. Thank you so much. And guys, excuse me. I am such a noob streamer. And I'm super honest. I'm such a noob streamer. Somebody told me it's raid. I know that a lot of people joined. Welcome, guys. Welcome, but I absolutely don't know what should I do at that moment. And let's just continue the discussion. So thanks for all of you guys that are around. Insane. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And yes, guys, I'm here and discussing a great topic with you. And I really want to understand where is the soft border between what is pay to win and what is convenience and how it's understood. Because for me, convenience where we put like give you like 30 more slots for just in the bag, it's not pay to win. But I really want to hear you. Let me go there. Let me play. This is what everyone is saying currently. Welcome everyone, and thanks for the ride, guys. Bug is equal to save time, make money. He wants to do an interview. Who wants to do an interview? I'm open, guys. Just find me in Raider from Canon XO. He wants to do an interview sometime. Absolutely, definitely. I consider convenience pay to win. Great. Let me know why. We need to explain why we consider it pay to win. And if it's that bad, it's definitely a thing that we can strip out. Currently, it's not implemented, and it will not be implemented if you guys say it's a pay to win and you prove why. Hello, Armegon. Can you answer my question? I was wondering about competitive aspect of guilds. Is there a leaderboard where top 1 guilds have something in return because they send more time in game? It's so far that gives some reward. So currently, and I am going to be super open and honest with you guys, guilds are still in development and they're about to be developed. We want to have at least the bare bones functionality for guilds because, as I said, we have our priorities. This is open world, this is dungeon, battleground, arenas, talents, scars, and all of this. And we would have guilds because guilds are super important for the community. Leaderboards is achievable. It's definitely achievable, but it won't be in a situation where you can make a guild stronghold or anything like that. Anything that can boost player progression over others is a big issue pay to win. It is definitely a thing, but how a bigger back slot can help you be like progress faster or anything like that. Selling solution to a problem. Exactly. This is a valid situation. And let me see the vote. Currently on the poll, 60% of you guys are voting no, it's just a convenience, while 39% are saying yes, I'll explain. And 39% is not small amount of people. And I want to ask all of you guys, especially those of you who are playing like Path of Exile, because Path of Exile is a great example for us. And when it comes to convenience and these back slots, it's definitely a major example where we go and we look to understand, is it well accepted from the community? And looks like at least in their community it was accepted well. If here you guys believe this is not how it should be, perfectly fine, not a problem. Is that game any close to release? It's close to our next public test, which comes in this spring. How about many zones are going to be in the open world in the game at release? How many as number? I'm not sure I can tell you exactly how many of those will be there, because I don't know the count. I can definitely tell you that they're vast. They are really big, and this is something that we have discussed with the team. Where is the end goal? Here you can see it right now. Here you can see it right now. The huge, this is one zone. This is only one zone that the characters was traversing right now, and it feels big. It definitely feels big. And if you want to just 1 second, what's that? Why did that thing appear then? Oh, okay, 1 second. Let me bring up the chat. Okay, perfect. So the world is vast, the world is big, and we want to create currently a sense, not a sense, a test to sense basically, is it too big? Because we have said previously, and I am really a huge believer that flying mounts, especially at the start of the game, and I want to hear your opinion, guys. I want to hear your opinion on this. Flying mounts are destroying the immersion. This is my understanding, and I want to hear yours. They are destroying the immersion, especially in the open world. Like, we as a developer, and why I also don't like flying mounts, because we as a developer, one of the biggest investment that we do is open world. And we give you a flying mount so that you can fly on top of it and basically see nothing of what we have made for you. So this is why I think, especially for the start of the game, we need to find the perfect balance between how big the open world is, what is the mount speed, and how come we can make it so that you basically have the sense of exploration. Because open world, if it's just created there to say it's a big one, it has nothing for you to explore, it has no hidden secrets, etc., it has no other purpose, like, why are we investing that much of time? And we have invested a lot, money, time, and resources in building the open world. And if we create a flying mount system, we are basically destroying the experience of the open world. And I will put a poll. I will right away put a poll on this to see. What about gliding mounts, chat? Let me know. Let me know. Gliding is better approach. Gliding is better approach because it is at least for a very small period of time. But then we need to sit down and see if that's worth the investment, the development investment. Backspace. Oh wait, we have a cool answer on this, and I need to check it out. Backspace is pay to win. It just depends on how you implement it around the world. For Elder Scrolls Online, Backspace can be bought in game currency, but they can cash in the cash shop. Back has endless space. For PoE, you don't have to pay for space, but you hinder your game time if you don't. So it's pretty much you have to pay. Okay. Gliding is okay, but it's not necessary. Yes, I don't think gliding is a cool feature. Gliding is a, how do you call it? A cherry on top. But guys, currently we need to focus on the core systems, make sure that they are fun, make sure that you have plenty of things to do. And then gliding is definitely something that can come in patch 1.3.4, some not major patch, where we can develop that. We can definitely do this. Farm 2 hours with bug 100 items. Farm 2 hours without a bug 200 items. And yeah, a PO is not an MMO. Yeah, I agree on that sense. PoE has a stopping point once you have an X amount of star stabs, and it's not a problem. So it's like a box price. That's the difference. Do you play the game on Steam or not ready for that? No, this is what I'm showing you here is just the video of the showcase that we did. But by the way, guys, for those of you, see, this is the beginning. This is not what the game is. See where we used to be. This is a footage from 2020 to 2023. This is a very early prototype back in the days. This is back in the days, how the game looked like. This is some test that we did in open world PvP. This is how the game used to look like. This is how the game looks like right now, and the PvP is showcased later down the road, but it's completely differently looking game right now. So yeah, this is how it looks right now. So you guys can see the progress, and this is constantly happening, and we are showing one thing that I'm 100% confident, and I'm happy to say that Beast Burst, for the amount of time that we are developing, we are showing 100% a great improvement, And I'm seeing this in your comments, guys. I'm seeing this in your comments. It's obvious. Let's see. What are you guys saying? By the way, let's see how is the... Okay, 61% voted on... No, it's just a convenience, but I get your point. And I think this is definitely something that needs to be discussed. Now, next thing that I want to discuss with you guys, and this is why I am here, is do you need flying at launch of the game? No, we can do without. Yes, no way without it. I really want to hear you on this, knowing already my take on this and why I don't believe we need flying, especially on the start. I don't believe we need a flying on the start, but let me hear you. I asked earlier, he said no tie games besides weekly rates. Absolutely. I said it like, I don't understand why developers will put a time gate on something like dungeon. I 100% don't agree with this. I don't believe it should be ever done in MMORPG. Let's see how it goes. Oh, man, that's one-sided. Guys, that's one-sided vote. Oh my god. Chat, oh my god. It's 99%. What the hell? 99%. This one-sided vote. This is surprising. This is surprising. No, we don't want. We can do without. That's 1%. This is, guys, really, it's just one guy. It's just one guy that voted on we need flying, while 100 others are like, no, we don't. No, we don't. Oh my god. Guys, do we need to ban that guy or what? Oh my god. Oh my god. That one guy. Now another joke. If that's the one guy that's from Asia, because recently before that I asked where you will be playing if I make servers like North America, South America, Europe and Asia, and only one guy was like in Asia. So if that's the guy, if you're here, let us know. Are you that guy? That's a really cool situation. No, they became two. Okay. So I don't think we need to go in a big discussion. I don't think we need to go in a big discussion about flying. I feel that's the way. That's the way. We need to just, especially at the beginning, guys. It's a new experience. It's a new experience. I don't think I need to convince you, but yeah, it's a new experience. You need to give it a time to understand. Ask if you should add mounts ever. That's a good question. But I think here you will all say yes, especially in the big open world. No auto combat, absolutely. So two things, guys. Two things that I need to tell you. There is two things that I would... Three things that I absolutely think they have absolutely no place in any MMORPG. Pay to win is first thing that has no place in any MMORPG. Second is time gating. Time gating of dungeons or whatever it is, time gating is terrible. And then the third one and the last one is auto combat. Like, I don't understand. Why would you make an auto combat of a game like you're not playing the game? The moment when you put that feature, you're just enabling a program. You're not playing the game. Like, is that a game? Have you ever enjoyed any auto play? Like anything like that? Have you ever enjoyed something like this? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I see like big game studios like multi-billion game studios that are like thinking that this can fly, especially here in the West. I don't know in the East, like in Asia. I don't know, maybe there is a thing. There, it might be a thing. But auto attack is different, guys, from auto combat. I'm speaking about auto combat, not auto attack. Will there be companions, pets, or anything like this? There will be minions. There will be minions which are kind of like pets. Which, if you're referring to World of Warcraft. For stream, so they can read the chat. Wow. Auto attack is one thing. Auto combat, guys. Auto combat is different beast that I am like, no. We will tame our ranger pets. Don't you think that's an old thing? Taming of the pet, don't you think it's an old thing? Like, isn't it like too much World of Warcraft? Don't you agree that we need to do another take on this? Do you need that? Let me ask you this: do you need that? Sell pet skins for ranger. Like what? Sell pet skins for ranger, that's a too niche. Like, this doesn't even make sense. As a developer, if you are making a skin and you want to sell it, it only makes sense if a large amount of people can buy it. Because if I invest, like, let's say 1 month in making that skin, and it only serves like 15% because this is all of the rangers, and let's say only half of them are actually playing with pets, I'm reducing the possible people that can buy that to quite a few guys, you know? So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Do I have to choose between jobs, or I can do... Wait. Chat is too fast, and I am such a noob streamer. So it's a new thing for me. Do I have to choose between jobs, or I can take them all? Hello, Zadrito. So you can do all of them. You can do all of them, but it will be hard for you to be master in all of them. Why are we taking this approach? because I think RuneScape had a really great approach on professions, and in profession wise we are inspired from RuneScape. I think we should not give you a restriction, be just that and that, but I think the game artificially needs to restrict you unless you are like crazy guy that just no-lives it and goes and makes whatever he can to obtain everything. I think the game should be restricting you with the amount of complexity and time you need to invest in order to be master in all of them. This is the approach that we are taking. If you are from Bulgaria, you must have heard about Metin 2. Are you getting any inspiration from that game, and do you think it was pay to win? All I know about Metin 2, I think it was a Turkish developer that made that game. But we did not take any inspiration out of it, or I don't even know anything about in details about that game, so I cannot. I play RuneScape and I love being able to master everything. Did you actually master everything? Did you actually master everything? That's the big question. A great idea for proficiency level. Enjoy leveling things. Armegon, please tell us more about the race class combo. Will you be able to play every class with each of the races? No. Unfortunately, no, or for obvious reasons, because I really don't see how I can fit the war explanation. Why, for example, a Baron can be a mage. Like, it's a big, bulky beast of a monster, and I don't believe I can make any explanation how you can play as a mage, a Baron, you know. So this is why I think, in order to keep the immersion, this is the biggest reason why we are saying no to this, is because I think it breaks immersion, guys. Do you agree with me? Would you like to be able to play like everything, and then it becomes like a nasty situation where you go in the capital and you see it like Baron, mage, and undead undead priest is fine, but let's say Grontar, mage as well, it doesn't fit well. Let me ask you. Let me see your this one is so one-sided, so that it's like 98%. I have nothing else to ask on that one. Would you like to have no race class restriction? No, they should be war accurate or connected, let's say. Yes, I like how do you call it? I like variety. 1 second. Variety. Let's go. Let's go. So I really want to hear what I want to see. No, they should be war connected. Welcome to the army. Welcome to the army, and thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for all of the follows. Thank you for all of you that are being here right now with me on this stream. And I wanna say a big thank you to the person that brought this big rate in here. It really means a lot, and you guys are the reason why we are making and we are moving forward in these dark days of MMORPG. Can I get a Discord invite? Absolutely. Chat, please share the Discord invitation for everyone who wants to join our awesome community. And yeah, I'm basically devoted on making sure that I get as much as possible feedback from you guys by going, if not every Sunday, at least any other Sunday, or every time when it's possible for me. Because spending these Sunday nights, because here in Bulgaria right now it's nighttime, brings me a very valuable feedback that I can bring back to the company starting from every Monday, and it gives us a better connection. And I think that's the way going forward. I don't believe any MMORPG will come out of nowhere without any touch of its community because of several reasons. First of which is there are already very good MMORPGs out there. There are very good MMORPGs out there, and their communities are built in order to hype train incoming. Really? Oh, somebody gifted subs. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing all of this. And yeah, I think it needs to be a place where the developer and the community are connected. And I said it previously, and I will say it again. I don't think Scars of Honor will come and be the savior of the genre. Probably. Let's hope. Let's that be. But I don't think we need a savior. I just think we need honest approach, open approach, where I don't want to expect that the moment when we launch the game, it will be like million players online and like this. Hopefully, let's God be with us and let that happen. But what I really want more than even this is, let's say we reach 10,000, 15,000 players, and I see that the community grows. I don't want to see 10, 15,000, then boom, 1,000 players. This is the nightmare. This is what I don't want to see. I want to be well connected to get the feedback as fast as possible to prevent such things. I want to see that the community grows. Even if it's a small steps, the community to grows. This is what is the one sign that I want to see when the game is released. Wait, is it telling me? I will just drop the invitation, guys. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Armegon Sunday. 1 second. How can I get the invite? Okay, here it is. Okay, let me just see if I can paste you guys the invitation link. Yeah, here it is. Here it is, guys. Use this, and please come to our Discord. For all of you guys that are new here, I have a huge ask. Everything that you can do in order to help me grow this thing is just go on Steam and smash that wishlist button. Please do that. Go there, and this is everything that you need to do. Outside of this, I think you're already doing, because today I just joined the MMORPG, and the first thing that I saw basically was these guys, and I'm super happy. I'm super happy with what you guys are doing, and this is helping more than everything. Spreading the word, being open, and giving the negative feedback is also quite important. And as I said it previously, I'm all in for open and constructive feedback. That's what is healthy. What we need to stay away from is toxicity. I don't believe toxicity is helpful in any way, shape, or form, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help building anything. Already did before found your stream. Thanks, really. I came here exactly from that post on Reddit. Greetings from Romania. Oh, you're a fellow neighbor. Greetings, mate. Will there be different ways to level up your character, or just a set up route that you need to follow up and progress? No, I think it should be different ways that you can level up. You can definitely go a specific route and follow the story. That's perfectly fine. But you can level up in more than one way. What is with the controller support, Armegon? So currently, controller support, I think somebody already tried it in the previous demos. I think it was even on Steam Deck. I think, chat, if I'm recalling right, was it Steam Deck or was it some other console? Am I recalling correct? But I think it was Steam Deck. And initially, I want to highlight this. Scars of Honor is primarily a PC game, and this will be the focus for the release. The moment when we release the game, we will see if controller support is high in the list, high in the demand, and if that's your wish, of course, guys, the more we, the bigger player base we can support, that we will do it. Absolutely. Will there be a ratio abilities? Anyone know? I am a huge advocate. I'm a huge advocate for ratio abilities, because our main head of game design is kind of against it, and we're kind of in battle, me and him, about this, and we'll see where it goes. Maybe you guys can help me on this, or just on help him on that side. But I believe a race should not be just a simple, I don't believe a race should be just a simple skin. It needs to be better in some specific things, like dwarves needs to be better at mining. They need to be better warriors, for example, like tougher tanks, if you will. This allows you to immerse more yourself into the game. While on the other hand, and it's a valid point, the lead game designer, the game director says, yeah, but this is what creates a huge imbalance in between. And yeah, it's definitely a valid thing. And I will put a poll on this. I would really want to see. It depends. Of course, it depends what kind of abilities we put. Agree, so you can choose better which class your ratio benefits. All profession passives. Come on, drop the playtest now. Let's do it. Let's go. Demon should be the best mage. I agree. Yeah, it just allows you to immerse yourself, guys. It definitely will suffer the balance. Then you see that all of the mages are playing like Inferno Demon. You definitely see that. And I agree. But as I said earlier in the stream, for every decision that you make, you need to pay a price. Every game design decision that you make, you need to pay a price. And then you need to see, okay, if I'm paying that price, what am I getting on this? And I think this is a reasonable, for me at least, it's a reasonable price. But let me see how you guys voted on would you like to have no races class restriction? No, they should be war accurate. It's like 57 to 43. This is very tight. And this is where you guys are not helping me. You need to help me a little bit more with this, because when the vote is so close to each other, it's hard to take a decision. Let me see where we go from here. Where are you from, mate? Sorry for the personal question. It's not personal, it's a well-known information. I'm personally from Bulgaria, and the studio is based in Bulgaria, while we have a lot of developers throughout whole Europe. So we are a multinational company. Ratio abilities in WoW decided that you have to be horde or you want to raid with higher level. I hope you won't be the case in Scars of Honor. This is why we need to bring this to the vote. Do not let casual players get you. Hello, I have just recently discovered that game and I'm proud it will... and I'm proud that it will come out from my home country. Really? You're a fellow Bulgarian. Great. Zdravey. This is hello in Bulgaria. Props to your work and how transparent you are. I do have a question about scars. What are the limitations you plan to put in place for them, and will they be tailored to a character's class? If it would be able to get any stat, would be create a situation where would it need our resources to get the desired stats and maybe end up in unlucky streak. So, stats, scars in general. You're receiving a group of scars every time you level up, or once you defeat a boss, you're receiving a predefined scars from that boss for your class. And can you be unlucky? Can you be unlucky when you level up and get some shitty scars? Definitely. Definitely you can. But can you get some unique ones while you level up? Yes. Why we went that route? Because this creates a strong connection between you and that specific character, between you and that paladin that you created. The next time you level up a next paladin, it's going to be a different experience. That different paladin will be a different character. It will be built in a different way. This is the same thing that happens in the world, guys. You have your brother, your sister. They are all from the same mother and father, and they are different people. This is why I believe, knowing this, we need to also apply this in MMORPG. MMORPGs are always for the immersion. Can it work out? Can it not? Of course, we don't know yet. We will see. If it needs to be changed later down the road, we will change it. But at least we need to give it a go. And I believe that I would personally be super happy if I am leveling up 2 different paladins. And even if these 300 nodes, talent trees, I'm copying the same, so talent-wise they are the same, I still want to make sure that these 2 paladins are 2 different paladins. This is how I see it. This is what creates that personal connection with that one specific paladin or mage or whatever it is. This is my take. If you guys like it or no, we're gonna see when the game is released. Will there be any type of guild versus guild? I want to play the game with real objectives, like arena battlegrounds are not objectives. Guild versus guild is something that we can develop down the road in future. The game will be sub-based. No, the game will be free to play. We are discussing a possibility to put an optional subscription in order for you to not buy an appearance points. Appearance points are used to change the visual aspect of your items. Nothing else. It's just a cosmetic thing. Nothing more, nothing less. Ratios being interesting are fine as long as the faction doesn't have an advantage over another. Yes, it needs to be well balanced with factions. I think ratio abilities can be handled like Baldur's Gate 3 and like a little bit meaningful. For example, Dark Elf can see a little better in a Dark, etc. Yeah, this is where it connects well with the immersion of the game, and this is what I'm also advocate for. Okay. How gathering nodes work? Will they be static spawns or random? And will there be rares that come from nodes? Yes, great question. So first, let's discuss what are the 2 big types of nodes for when it comes to gathering in Scars of Honor. And there are 2 things. First, there are we call it a single player node nodes. These are the ones that you don't need others to craft them. And there are the multiplayer nodes, where you're playing a multiplayer minigame with 2 or more people on the same node. It's a bigger node, it's a tougher node, it's like we call it a boss node. You go there and you're about to mine a specific ore, which you can do in a smaller shape. But then if you unite with others, you can gather a bigger node with your friends. And if you play the minigames correctly, you receive higher rewards. That's how it works. Hello, is the combat auto attack or it's action-based combat with dodges and block, etc.? So maybe you're asking me if it's tap targeted. It's not auto attack because we don't believe in the situation where I need to leave the character and it will fight for me. Even with the auto attack that exists in World of Warcraft, you need to be active, you need to press buttons in order things to happen. Is it action-based? No, it's more like hybrid-based, where it's a higher emphasis on tap target, while here and there you have the AoE or skill-based abilities. So it's more like tap target with a little bit of hybrid elements here and there, but yeah. What will be the main tank class, warrior or paladin? I think warrior should be definitely the better tank overall because of the sheer amount of utilities that the paladin has. So in that sense, I think warrior. but I don't think we should also make so that the paladin should not be a good tank. I don't think so. And by the way, guys, one thing, did you know that in Scars of Honor, a mage can be a tank? You know from where we have the inspiration of that? Let me show you. Here. Here. Staff and sword. This is from where we had the inspiration to create a battle mage. We call it a battle mage, which is a tank. This is my inspiration. This is what I wanted the team to work on and create in order to have something unique, something different. I wanted to see how mage can take the role of a tank. It's a bold move. I know it might not work. I'm well aware, but why not try it? Like the battle mage is definitely reliant on a lot of shields. It's a different tanking experience, and I think it needs to be fun. End of the day, guys, tanks need to be fun. They need to be fun. So yeah, this is one of our tank archetypes. This is one of our tank archetypes. I hope the game has Warrior Battlegrounds with 10 versus 10 and 20 versus 20. Definitely we can do that. Currently it's I think Morning Pass was 5 versus 5. Yes, we can definitely. It's basically configuration which we can easily extend. It's the easiest thing. Will tanks be viable in PvP? Absolutely, absolutely. Because guys, I discussed it earlier in the stream. For me, it's important to make sure that healers and tanks are chosen roles because they are fun. I think they need to be fun, and we have discussed it earlier. How are we approaching so that we can say they are going to be fun? And yeah, it is a blast, guys. It is a long journey. It was a long journey, and it's still a journey. Not that long. Not that much is left. Scars of Honor is getting better and better day by day. I'm happy where things are going. I'm more than flattered by today's stream and all of you who came in here. And we discussed a lot. We discussed a lot of topics, and I'm more than happy to continue this discussion in our Discord. So for everyone who have not joined so far, please make sure that you come and you are part of this awesome community. Let's keep the criticism the way it needs to be. It needs to be present, but let's keep one thing away, and that's toxicity. We need to build a good and strong and healthy community. This is what I believe. And then me personally, I will do all what I can, all that is in my powers, to make sure that we stay true to the promise, and we try to deliver what we are here for. I know the times that we are living right now in the MMORPG genre are not the most optimistic, but guys, I don't think we should lose faith in the genre. I think it's a huge opportunity to prove that things are possible. And last but not least, let me thank you again for being part of today's stream. It was a huge honor for me, and I would like to see you again in my next stream. Guys, thank you so much. It's been a blast, but I'm already devastated by the sheer emotions of today's stream, and I would really want to see you in the next one. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure. Take care.
Hark, brave souls, the night grows late. The fire dims, yet dreams await. The tales are told, the danger's gone. We all have followed Armegon. The banners fall, the horns grow still. The moon now rises o'er the hill. Scars of honor, battles fought, memories made and lessons taught. Though this night draws to an end, our song lives on, my loyal friends. Fear not the dark nor closing scene, for we shall gather here again.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor our legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Raise your voices, speak once more. Let the chat resound and roar. Share your stories, bring your cheer, for we'll return, the day draws near. 7 nights of fleeting span, we'll meet again as heroes can. The fire waits, the hall shall ring, the songs of battle we shall sing.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor our legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Hush now, heroes, rest your heads. Dream of quest and battle spread. Next week's dawn will light the way, and we shall fight another day.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor our legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Hark, brave souls, the night grows late. The fire dims, yet dreams await. The tales are told, the danger's gone. We all have followed Armegon. The banners fall, the horns grow still. The moon now rises o'er the hill. Scars of honor